on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad at stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. When I get that daily paper, stop playing me. Pap.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move.
Welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold 1 million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't find my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time in it. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Run it up, 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 run it up.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. first drive about to get started.
Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Room here to run. Pushes him over. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. Watson now to throw. Incomplete. This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They go with Chubb on second down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
The Titans are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That one goes for 8 yards. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
60 Eagles, 60, hey, Smash Broncos, 19 Tigers, 19 Tigers. They can't. Mustang 19. Ready.
2nd down throw coming by Willis. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. 3rd down, it's Willis. And caught by Henry. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Henry is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Willis will look to throw it. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Browns drive about to get started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football.
Let's go now.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll run it again with Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Brandon, there was more on his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and was going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
They'll run with Chubb. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. 2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. This will be fielded at the 17. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Willis to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. To return is Roberts.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off of play action, it's Watson. And this one too low.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They give to Chubb out of the gun.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
And again, it's Chubb. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same.
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 39 yards there, a big one. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Willis. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Rolling to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper. 41 yards. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This time, Willis will throw it. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. The Browns drive about to get started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle. It's Chubb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Watson off play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. York able to send this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. 1st and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now this throw caught left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Willis now off of play action. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper, and that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Back to throw, Watson. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Watson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked his special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think?
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Willis to throw.
On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Here's Willis.
And that'll be incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Willis.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Watson.
And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And Chubb will try the middle here.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw, Watson.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now Watson. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson.
He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
First throw at OT for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Willis with another keeper.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
4th down, Willis.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, let's begin by trying to get into the mind of the head coach. He's telling us he wants to win the game right now. That's why they went for it and got it on 4th down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ready, break. 18, pioneer.
Throwing, Willis. And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Titans are going to win the...
Y'all